going to start things off by creating a theme. As I stated previously, this course does not focus on most of the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript provided to you. This is because WordPress is very flexible when it comes to developing themes. With that said, I already have a static template ready. You can download this template in the resources section of this lecture. This template was built with Bootstrap with some customizations. I've done nothing to this template that makes it WordPress ready. I will walk you through every step to convert it from a static template into a WordPress theme. If you have a template already, then feel free to use it. Let's take a look at some of the pages. Let's open up the home page. We have our menu that contains our site name, menu items, and some social network icons. We also have this blog page, which will contain all of our posts and some pagination. This is a very simple and clean template, but don't let that fool you. We're going to make this theme very flexible. Now that we have an idea of what we're going to create, it's time to start creating a theme. Inside the WordPress installation, navigate to WP Content, Themes. This is where all our theme files will be placed. We want to keep our themes separated from the rest of the themes, so create a new folder called Udemy. In the text editor of your choice, open up this folder and create two files. The first file is style.css and the second file is index.php. These are the only two files required by a WordPress theme. The style.css file is where we'll place our file header information. A file header is just a comment block placed at the very top of the style CSS file that describes our theme. Let's open up this file and create a file header. In the resources section, I provide a link to more information about the file header. This site is the official WordPress Codex. You can find a lot of helpful information about WordPress development here. I highly suggest you bookmark it. So the file header is a block comment placed at the top of the file that has meta information about a theme or plugin. Scroll down to the theme file header example section. Copy and paste this into the style.css file. I'm going to actually remove most of this info except the theme name. Change this value to Udemy. That's it. This is the absolute minimum requirements for a theme. Go to your WordPress admin dashboard and navigate to Appearances, Themes. You should now see an empty block with the name Udemy. You can actually activate this theme and start using it. If you did everything right, then you should see no errors. Let's go to the front end of the site. You will see an empty page. However, WordPress throws no errors because we did everything required. If you take a look at the source code, you will find WordPress added absolutely nothing because that's our theme's job. As you can see, WordPress gives you complete control over your theme. Open up the index.php file and add the text, "Hello world." Refresh the front end page and you will now see it outputted. Pretty simple, huh? WordPress is very smart and will automatically load this file without us having to write any logic. The index.php file can be thought of as the default template for WordPress. There are various templates we can create, but we'll cover that later. Let's go back to the file header in the style.css file. I'm going to re-add the meta information we previously removed. Let's go over this one by one. The theme URI is a link where users can view where your theme can be found officially. I'm going to remove this piece of information. Feel free to keep it or remove it as well. The author is the name of the creator of this theme. This can be your own personal name, or if you're on a team, then the name of your team. I'm going to set this to Jack. The author URI is the URL to your own personal site or a URL to your team's site. I'm going to set this to jascocoin.com as this is my personal site. The description is a brief summary about your theme. Let's set this to a simple Bootstrap WordPress theme. The version is the current version of this theme. Since this is a brand new theme, we'll be setting this to 1.0. You can use whatever version schema you want. WordPress doesn't force you to stick to a certain version schema. The license is simply the name of the license you'll be using. I'm going to leave this as is for now. We'll be going over licenses later in the course. The license URI is the URL to where the user can find more information about the theme's license. The tags is a comma-separated list of words that describe your theme. This piece of information is used by WordPress's theme repository to help users find your theme. If you plan on uploading your theme to wordpress.org, then setting this piece of information is important. Let's set this to Bootstrap responsive, flat, simple, mobile ready. The last property we can set is the text domain. The text domain is very important when it comes to translating our theme. You can think of the text domain as a unique ID for our translations. It's common practice to set the text domain to the same name as your folder. In our case, we're going to set it to Udemy. I promise you we'll be going more over what the text domain does and its role in WordPress development. For now, just know if you want to make your themes or plugins translate ready, then set the text domain to something unique. There's also this small bit of text. You do not have to add this bit of information. Authors usually use this space to add in more info about the theme, such as license info or developer notes. WordPress will not bother scanning this part of the file, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to remove this bit. Let's go back to the themes admin page and you will now see some of our information displayed. As you can tell so far, WordPress handles a lot for us. If you'd like to know more about file headers, then I highly suggest you read the codex page I provided earlier. There's one last thing I want to do before I end this lecture. While not required, WordPress will search for a file called screenshot.png. This file is basically a screenshot of your theme that will be displayed in the admin side of WordPress. In the resources section, I provide a screenshot you can use for our theme. Upload it to the theme directory and you can now refresh the themes admin page. You will now see our screenshot being displayed. You can create your own screenshot if you'd like. The recommended size for a screenshot is 880 pixels by 660 pixels.